Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, War Room Edition. We are back with another episode. Myself, Jim, and
that's the host, Jim. I'm the co-host, Nate.
doesn't matter. labels. Doesn't matter. Labels. Goodness.
Well, we were doing good for like a couple of weeks there, and then you must have slipped this week.
That's because you changed location. It's obvious. I think everybody.
I had to go in the hide. We had a lot of death threats from our last episode. So I had to go in the hide.
Really, that doesn't look like a bunker. Looks like a hotel.
You see no windows, do you?
I don't really see much of anything, but I see curtains. Why would you have curtains on?
That's actually the bed. That's actually the headboard of a bed. See that?
Well, then. Yeah, I got you. They're ones you glue to the wall, right?
Probably.
The curtains on the right. I see the big box up on top. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, it's obviously a bunker hotel. Hotel bunker. Anyways, Nate, welcome back. I'm glad at least you can make it. Welcome to all you wonderful supporters out there who love watching us. You all know how this show works. We will pull some headlines, and we will talk about those headlines just like you do, without any knowledge or any reading of articles, and just make it up and get mad and offended any which way we feel, because that's what's appropriate these days. And we were in the military, so we can get angry and offended a lot smarter than you.
Well,
are we ready?
We don't get angry and offended easily like some people do. So
exactly. Well, that's why I said smarter.
Let's offend somebody.
Yeah. So Biden depleting weapon supply with Ukraine aid, hurting potential defense of Taiwan.
What weapons are we giving away that we're going to use to defend Taiwan?
Our missiles. We're sending a lot of missiles.
Are we? I don't know what we're saying. I know we're sending a lot of money.
Well, I mean, we sent a lot of missiles, and apparently, I guess I heard something about this. I didn't really read the article, but I heard something about this, that the manufacturers of the missiles that we're sending over, I don't even know which ones are called. I should know because they've sent a whole bunch of them. But apparently the manufacturer says it could take 2 years to make these missiles back, to restock, basically.
And I wonder, how old are these missiles? We have such a stockpile of missiles that are like outdated.
Well, I'm okay with outdated over not having them. You know what I mean? There's a big difference between an outdated missile and a missing one.
Well, is outdated going to work anymore? Is it even worth anything?
Got better odds than not being there.
Give it a shot, right? Literally.
We could literally drop it on them, and it's big paperweight. You know what I mean? To hurt somebody.
It'll still knock something down.
But I mean, this is like serious. I don't think people, the general population, thinks through this stuff. Like, even like you just mentioned, the money. You know what I mean? Do you think inflation has anything to do with the billions and trillions of dollars we're sending to Ukraine?
No, not at all.
I mean, just like this, the reserve, the gas reserve that he's draining, the weapons we're sending over without replenishing. Does anybody think about what the ramifications are for that? Does anybody think, or are we just protected by some halo of never go to war, never be attacked?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything about the gas. I don't know if there was a headline for gas or not, but yeah, that's down to days now. They only have days worth of reserve gas supply now.
Do they really?
Yeah, of diesel. I saw of diesel, like 25 days worth of diesel gas left. That's it.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw something about that too. I heard that's not abnormal to be that low, but the replenishing speed is what's the problem.
Okay.
It said they've seen that go low before. It's just that normally with a functioning, what's the word I'm looking for? Gosh, why am I losing words here? With the gasoline functioning proper production, it doesn't take long to restock it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how long it takes to build a missile either. I haven't seen that timeline.
Well, without releasing any classified information, I know I worked for a company that soldered, harnesses, cable harnesses for missiles.
Oh yeah,
and I could tell you, yeah, that's a process, and that's only the cable. That's only the cable harnesses.
How much can you tell me?
That it's a process.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you the process. I mean, come on. But that's That's what I'm saying is anybody who's worked in the system knows, well, anybody who's worked for the government or anything knows there's all kinds of red tape and
Oh
holdups
yeah.
and, so you think about making anything. That's why, well, I don't want to jump into a whole different subject, but that's why people don't realize this stuff takes time and you got to be prepared for it, not reactive to it, because you're never going to react. If right now China decided to go after Taiwan, what are we going to have to defend Taiwan? If we even defend Taiwan, who knows?
I think we have a lot more than what's being said.
Well, I hope so. I hope you're right. I mean, I hope you're right. Because I think in the general public opinion, gas, missiles, all this stuff I think matters.
How do you say you hope I'm right? I'm a veteran. I've been around. I read headlines. I'm always right.
Of course.
Isn't that an opening statement?
I thought this was a prediction. My bad. I didn't realize you were fact checking me. Sorry. Nate is officially a fact checker because he has right opinions. When your opinions are correct, you can be a fact checker. Awesome. All right. Well, let's move from that scary thing to another one. This one's actually a bigger one that I don't think a lot of people realize because, we'll talk about it. Central bank digital currencies would let governments control what people spend money on, and according to an IMF official.
Well, of course. It's just like electric cars. That's why the ones you buy because they can turn them on and off when they want to.
This is scary because of two reasons. One is people want comfort. You know what I mean? And two is I think people are just ignorantly assuming that they're going to be protected from malicious intents. Like, I don't know why you would trade your security for your freedom.
I mean, we already use digital currency every day. Credit cards, debit cards. It's already digital currency. It's already out there.
In essence, yes. But that's not, I mean, yes. But I think if I go to a porn shop, right? Just say I did, not that I ever do, but if I did and I wanted to buy, a new anal probe for you, then that shop can charge you under something they want to charge you under. It doesn't have to dictate exactly what you bought. I mean, the shop number would have a number, right? But they can put it as a novelty toy items. And, it doesn't have to be exactly what you bought it at. But once you start doing digital currency, the transaction is going to be controlled by the bank, not by the vendor.
Yeah, but the vendor can still put in a title of whatever they want to.
Well, you hope so.
You would think. So. Yeah, exactly. You would think.
Again, your predictions again. I'm going to go with I hope your predictions or your fact checks are right. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is scary because, again, it's the same argument as the January, all this other stupid stuff. Right now, the people who are supporting this are either people that just want the comfort, they want to be like, oh, great, I don't have to keep track of nothing, whatever, or the people who think they're never going to be on the other side of this. Because right now, you're literally able to be shut off. Like let's say you go into this, the bank says, look at what happened to Kanye West, right? Then a couple other people too. The banks just said, hey, we're no longer going to take your money. You need to go bank somewhere else.
I agree with him. Kanye West is a freaking idiot. He said some stuff he shouldn't have said, so who cares about him?
Well, I'm a complete idiot. I definitely do think he's filterless. And I'm not even going to share the opinion on some of the things that offend people because that's what they do. They offend people. If he calls it how he sees it, then he may be wrong, but he still gets to call it how he sees it.
True.
Right?
Yep.
Just like anybody can say we're a bunch of retards on this show. Can we use retard? See, this is how bad it's gotten. We can't even use our language anymore. So I don't care if somebody calls me stupid. That's their opinion. You know what I mean? Whatever. So I'm for pro speech. Free speech. Pro speech. What the hell is pro speech? It's like when you get an athlete that speaks.
You for the First Amendment?
Yeah, you're a professional speaker. That's what politicians are, aren't they?
Basically.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just read in front of them.
Yeah, I'm totally against any kind of digital tracking. This is China stuff right here.
Well, that's why they say now cash is king. You can't track cash.
Right. And you shouldn't have to. I should be able to spend my money on whatever I want as long as it's not illegal or, I'm not hurting somebody, which I guess that could be argued nowadays too, right? Because if they make it
Oh,
illegal to use cash, then that's illegal right there.
true.
But like I said, the winning team, so you're allowed to come across the border illegal, but you can't spend your money on a gun. So yeah, I don't know. That's the problem with it. All the people for these things are usually the people who think they're on the right team and aren't affected, but they're going to learn soon that these people eat their own. So eventually they're going to be on the wrong side, like cancel culture. I know we've talked about it.
Well, these guys try to eat their own, but now they're on the wrong side.
Right. And look at this, right? New York, right? New York Supreme Court orders New York City to reinstate workers fired over COVID vax mandates, orders back pay.
And I do believe most of the New York Supreme Court are Democrats, and they are going against what the Democrats were doing for the vaccine.
And this to me, like to people like us, right? Because we're so smart, we see this stuff as common sense, right?
Hold on. I just fact checked that. That is true. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Thanks for the fact check, Nate. Oh, we need a roll for that. Ding, 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 ding. Fact check with Nate. So people like us are smart, so we know, and we even heard people saying you can't do that. You can't do that. So these people who enacted these edicts and all these mandates and all that stuff, they knew they were in the wrong. They knew it. They just thought they were justified in being wrong because they're smarter than us.
You were a conspiracy theorist saying they were wrong.
No, the New York Supreme Court said they were wrong.
Well, now the New York Supreme Court proved you are not a conspiracy theorist.
Right. New York Supreme Court just made that conspiracy no longer a conspiracy, like a lot of other conspiracies. But good for these people. I hope they get back pay.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of other courts following suit now.
Yep. I'm just thinking, too, just like when does the door open? I know they protect. Did they actually vote to protect Pfizer and all them from lawsuits for this? I know they're covered under normal vaccines, but this was an emergency vaccine or something. It had to be. Maybe that's why they voted to make it part of the school thing, so that it falls under the normal vaccines, and maybe that's why they did it, to protect the big companies from lawsuits.
Well, just make sure you go get that new updated vaccine that's out now, so you'll be more safe.
Yeah, right. Of course. Promote that jab. Go jab yourself. I'm not going to join you, but you go do it because of killing grandparents or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about currency control and stuff. Here's the control again.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, this goes to your man uses gas generator in electric vehicle to drive 1,800 miles.
Isn't that 1,800 miles about halfway across the country, I think?
I
think it's like 3,200 miles roughly all the way across the country. Because there's a sign over here when you get on 70. It says whatever towns, I don't know what town is in Florida or California, it says 3,200 miles, I believe, something like that, I think, or 38 or something like that. So he drove roughly halfway across the country.
And I did read a little bit of this article. I did read a little bit of this article. Okay.
Oh, so you got facts now.
Yeah, well, not facts. I just read a little bit of this article, and apparently, he put the generator in his window of the Tesla, and obviously runs on gas. But he did that so he didn't have to stop. But he ended up having to stop, and recharge for 15 minutes just by the generator, or he was going too slow. I think he got pulled over twice for traveling too slow, and he explained to the officer he had to go slow in order to get there on one tank, or without stopping.
Well, how good is that generator? I mean, that gas generator went 1,800. Ain't no vehicle getting 1,800 miles to the tank right now.
No. I'm saying I think the gas generator was charging the electric car while he was driving or while he was stopping or something.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, how much gas was in that generator to get 1,800 miles to the trip? There's no gas vehicle right now getting 1,800 miles.
Well, I don't know the mileage of the electric part of it. Like if you charge an electric vehicle, how far you get?
Not a couple 100 miles, 200, 300 miles if that.
Really? Well, I guess I should have read the whole article because I don't know.
No. We don't do that.
But that definitely right there, believe it or not, that definitely right there could have easily been a Babylon Bee one, huh?
Probably. It might be.
Oh, but we got one more. So let's go to that last one here.
Oh.
In powerful call for nation to calm down, Biden falls asleep.
That could be Babylon Bee also.
Did you see the interview?
But no.
Oh, you didn't see the interview?
The
guy interviewed him, had to say, I don't know if he's called him President or Mr. Biden or President Biden, but he actually went to ask him a question, and Biden looked like he was sleeping in the interview.
He might have been. He might have been. Was the interview that boring? Well, obviously Biden calmed down during the interview.
He did calm himself. Well, anyway, like I said, Nate, there is a confession. Of course, one of those is a Babylon Bee one. But as we know, like I said, they could be real.
Well, I know the New York Supreme Court one's real.
Yeah.
That's about the only one I actually seen a headline on. The other four could all be Babylon Bees with the way the headlines are nowadays. I know the New York Supreme Court one is correct. The other ones, well, I think the digital currency could be correct too. That's it's already been said before.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
So I'm knocking those two out. Biden's giving everything to Ukraine, so I'm gonna say that one's true. Well, you said you actually saw the interview of Biden, so maybe the gas generator one's Babylon Bee.
Actually, no. It is the Biden one because I guess what made it, he truly looked like he fell asleep. But the fact checkers will come out and say, no, he was just taking a long pause. You know what I mean? But the thing I think that made it Babylon Bee is the powerful call for nation to calm down. So they're just mocking that he fell asleep instead of, reporting something that isn't really true. But
it's crazy that these could actually be real headlines and to stay in time.
I'm telling you, but it's great. If you don't subscribe to Babylon Bee, go check them out because they have some really good writers over there, some really good ones. Unlike us, we're just terrible at this stuff. But we will entertain ourselves, and that's really what we shoot to do. Still haven't heard from you. What's his name? Johnny? I don't know. He's probably just really busy. But what's that? No, not that Johnny. The Johnny that wanted to get on the show.
Yeah. I said he gave up on us already.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. So either way,
not this Johnny.
Not that Johnny.
He's always on. He's always watching.
Yeah, he's a loyal listener, watcher. I don't know what he does, whether he listens or he's got to watch because his face is on there. All right. Either way, I'm babbling again, so let me get the heck out of here. Thanks, Nate, for coming. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching us. Leave some comments. We love it when you make comments. Get involved. You're a veteran, whatever. Till then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.